Hi everyone, happy Monday. So you've probably heard already, but my creative writing classes are actually journalism classes. And we are going to be putting together the yearbook this year, which is awesome. I hope that you're as excited as I am. Journalism is really cool, and we're going to get into how we write for journalism and everything that goes into that side of it. But for today, I wanted to take a look at yearbooks themselves. So, what actually is a yearbook? Let me put this in present mode. That would help. I have to move my camera. Okay, there we go. Okay, what is yearbook? So a yearbook is many things. It's a picture book. That's what you have mostly known it as in the past. It's just all the pictures from the year. But it's also history, right? It documents what happens. It's a reference book. People can go back and look and see who was there, scores of athletic events, everything that needs to be documented. It's an educational book because you guys are learning lifelong skills from being in this class, and it's a fun book. It's exciting for people. So it plays a lot of different roles. So the first thing that's really important about a yearbook is that there's always a theme. For every single year, there's a theme. So I brought some examples. Themes are shown on usually the cover of a book. So in this one, it says so far away but closer than you think. And then what's going to be on the cover, you're going to see a lot throughout the book. So a theme is always usually either a word or a phrase. This one's shorter. It's called Inside Out. And from the colors on the cover, you can see there's going to be a lot of black and gold throughout this book. So we have a theme for this year, and it is called we. So it's one word, really simple, we. And I chose that theme for this year because we is a very collective term, right? Like we are doing this year together. We have to be united. We are all trying to figure this out. We're all in this together is kind of the mindset that I was thinking. So we're going to get more into our specific book later, but first let's walk through some of the sections that you guys are going to be working on. So first, here's a quote about your book. It says, "It captures memories frozen in time, events that happened, faces that change inevitably, and memories that may only be remembered again by opening the cover. You can't see the same things while scrolling through social media, and that is why a yearbook is actually a necessity." So if you ever forget why this class is so important, go back and read that. So sections of a yearbook, how is it organized? We're going to start with the title page. So it's the very first page when you open a book. It states the theme again. So the theme is on the cover, but it's also written out on the title page. So if you look at this example, this theme is called Stand Out. And we know that because it's written right on the middle of the page. Did you guys miss those bells? Even virtually, you get to hear them. So the title page also has the color palette. So it should show colors that are going to be used throughout the book. And then it lists the school name and the address, the phone number, website, all things like that. Usually the school year. So all of those are right there on this example page. So that's the first thing, the title page. Then when you turn the page, you have an opener. So this is the very first spread. So the difference between a page and a spread is that a page is one single page. A spread is both pages. When the book is open and you're looking at it and you see them, everything on both of those pages cover one idea or one story. So that's why it's a spread. It's 2 pages is a spread. So this spread has our table of contents, which tells people where in the book they need to turn. So if they want to go look and see sports pictures, they would know what page to go to. Or if they wanted to look for the album photos, like our portraits, they would know what page to go to. So then we get into the actual sections of the book. So these are multiple spreads. The first one is student life. This covers everything related to what students do inside and outside of school. It records things that are popular. So I want you to think about what are some current trends and news stories that are popular this year that you think should go in our yearbook. I'm going to have you put that in the discussion below this video. If you look at this example spread, see, can you figure out what they're doing? Zoom in if you need to. See what the pictures show, if you can see some of those polls. I'll give you a second. If you notice that they're all playing Pokemon Go, you would be right. So this is from a couple years ago when Pokemon Go was really popular. I don't know if you guys played it or not, but it seemed like the whole world was obsessed with it. And they thought it was worth covering in their book. The next section is sports. So this is all the sports and athletic that happened during the year. Okay, so it's usually broken up where every spread is a different sport, or it might be each spread is a season, like all the fall sports are on one page, and so on. We have academics. This section covers everything that happens in the classroom. So we might cover fun science labs or social studies projects, the elective classes we get to take. In this one, it says a taste for language. So you can tell just by looking at the title or the headline and the photos on here, it must be foreign language clubs or classes, and they must have been making food because people are eating food in every picture. And some look like they're enjoying it and some don't. Next we have clubs. So this is all the club photographs for clubs that meet at the school. And then albums. So this is probably the most popular section. This is what everyone wants to see in our book. And it's everybody's portraits, right? So we have faculty, 8th grade, 7th grade, and 6th grade portraits. And then these pages also leave room for us to cover really fun, small stories. So this one is all about gaming that they have on this example spread, but we can do like clothing trends and social media trends. Like we could do a TikTok spread. We could do anything that's really popular and current that doesn't necessarily need an entire page or spread, but just a little section. And we can get students' opinions and quotes and things like that. That's albums. And then we have our index. So this is a spread at the very end of the book from A to Z that lists every person who's photographed in the book and what page they're on. So it's really, really important that we try to cover every single student and faculty member in the book. That way when they open it, they find their name and they know right where to go. And not just their portrait from getting their school picture taken, but hopefully it's more than that too. We want everybody in a class, in a hallway, a club, a sport, things like that. We want to get everybody in the book. So this is how an easy way people can find themselves, especially with bigger yearbooks. They know right where to turn to see themselves on a page. Okay. Lastly is the closing. So this has a goodbye message written from the yearbook staff, and then we're also going to include on ours pictures of everybody that contributed. So all of our editors and staff members and what your role was. That way you get some recognition for all the hard work that you put into the book. Okay. So that is what our yearbook looks like. These are the sections we're going to be working on this year, and some of it might look a little bit different. We might have to have some creative ideas whether we have sports or clubs or not, but either way, we're going to get some really good content in there, and I'm excited for you guys to start putting these pages together. Hi, Pat. Go for it.